I think it's been the greatest honor of my life to get to play an incarnation of Jesus for people that is really resonating with viewers, and for me personally, as un croyant, it's the most meaningful thing that I've ever done and probably will ever do, because it's so personal to me.
Vous avez justement approché un peu Jésus de près, si je puis dire, en essayant de l'incarner dans ce rôle. Comment est-ce que vous le décririez aujourd'hui? Est-ce que vous avez un regard différent sur Jésus?
I don't know that I have a different point of view. I think I have a deeper point of view and a deeper appreciation of who he was and what he went through and what his life must have been like as a human being, especially now as the series grows and people are beginning to recognize me all over the world. I can only imagine how difficult it must have been for Jesus in his life to be amongst thousands of people looking for healing and looking for hope and encouragement. And so yeah, it's been quite extraordinary.
Sur quoi est-ce que vous vous êtes appuyé pour pouvoir incarner Jésus peut-être le plus fidèlement possible à ce qu'il était vraiment?
I think a lot of the inspiration for me is just getting to see Jesus do these things that we've never seen him doing on film or TV before, like cooking food for himself and camping and teaching kids and laughing and winking, and things like that. It's all very new. As Christians, we believe Jesus was not only the Son of God, but he was fully human. And historically, he lived on earth. So he had a human life. And so we understand that he went through everything that we went through as human beings, except sin, of course. And, getting to see what some of those things were has just been really a joy to play, and then also to read and then get to do them on film and then get to see people's reactions to those things. It's just been really, really fun for me.
Et justement, la série a quand même un succès incroyable avec plus de 300 millions de vues dans le monde entier. Ça a été traduit en plus de 50 langues. Quel était un peu l'objectif de cette série? Est-ce que c'était simplement du divertissement?
I think the mission of the series is to introduce people to a Jesus that's authentic, that it was human in a way that they've never seen before, but in a way that is true to the Gospels and resonates with people and is based on Scripture. So it's not diverting and saying, we're going to make our own version of Jesus that's not biblical. The idea is to show a Jesus that's biblical, that's authentic, but who's human. And I think that's been probably the thing that has made the show the most successful, is seeing Jesus, as well as the other disciples, as people that they can relate to. And then that relationship with Jesus reflected on screen mirrors often, people's own relationship with Jesus. So I think that's what's been the most exciting.
Vous avez entendu des histoires de gens qui ont été particulièrement touchés aussi par cette série?
Yeah, very much so. I think the most striking example came with this young woman that I met earlier this year, and she had a year ago, she had contemplated killing herself, committing suicide, and she went so far as to write a suicide note. And she was going to hang herself in her home with a jump rope. And somehow somebody got her to watch the first episode of our series, and it touched something so deep in her that prevented her from doing it. She didn't go through with it. I think that it was this sense that God loved her so much and that her life was valuable and worth something. And so she didn't go through with it. And a year later was around to tell me about it with her family, and we're all crying, and it was just so remarkable and so humbling to be a part of something that has such power, that can actually save people's lives, especially when they're in despair. God is present with us all the time, always, and wants to invite us back into relationship with Him. He wants nothing more than for His children, His creation, to be in relationship with Him. And I think this series has been a way in which people have been comfortable exploring how to get back into that relationship.
Vous vous êtes vous-même converti au christianisme et même au catholicisme, il me semble. Est-ce que vous pourriez nous en dire quelques mots? Est-ce que vous avez vous-même rencontré le Christ?
I was baptized Greek Orthodox, so I was Christian. I was baptized Christian, and then we just sort of transitioned to Catholicism when we left where I was born in New York City. We moved to the suburbs. There weren't a lot of Greek Orthodox communities. My mother's Roman Catholic. My father was raised going to Catholic school, so it wasn't really anything substantial to when we moved to a new place to find a church that was just down the street that just happened to be Catholic, and you know, the baptisms are recognized by each church, so it really wasn't difficult at all. And I made my first communion and my confirmation, and it just kind of stuck, and I just have grown deeper in the Catholic faith, and with a real appreciation for the history and tradition, and you know, and Jesus's church that He had founded originally, which was the origins of the Catholic Church. You know, once the church got off the ground, yeah, it's just, there's a long history there, and it's just something that's been really important for me, and been a rock for me to depend on.